My guest at this time is a former WWE and ECW television champion. It is Rob Van Dam. RVD, thank you very much for taking the time to chat with me today.
Right on, dude. Happy to talk to you, and of course, happy to be RVD.
Yeah, no kidding, man. You are enjoying yourself.
Who wouldn't be?
What do you got rolled up there? What are you smoking here today? Anything in particular?
Actually, I am. This is some Punchsicle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Had some purple gelato and some CBG. You don't know about that, do you?
What is? You want to enlighten me here before we get into talking the slot machine? What is CBG?
Well, CBG is one of the many components that we find in the cannabis plant. I've been an advocate for over 20 years. There's over 100, we call them cannabinoids, that make up the marijuana plant. Since it's illegal to study the plant, we've always only known about THC. Marijuana gets you high. That's all we've known. And then the last few years, because it's becoming quasi-legal, we're starting to look at the plant. Then we got CBD, and oh snap, it mimics the THC, but without some of the effects that some people might not want.
Sure.
Like your attention span dissipating. So it turns out it's not just THC and CBD. There's CBG, there's CBN, and there's a handful more that we know, but we have so far to go. Like this, we're gonna find out that the plant can cure like everything, and I've always known that. And I've always known it can replace like 80% of our resources. That's the only reason that it was ever prohibited in the first place. You can make fuel out of it. You can replace 80% of pharmaceuticals. You can make anything, plastics, wood, steel. So we're learning about the plant. And CBG is like a precursor to, it will become THC or CBD, much like a stem cell becomes any other cell. You know, if you know that about stem cells,
Yeah.
it can become blood, hair, whatever. So CBG is a precursor, and I was reading that CBG could regenerate dead brain tissue. So I was like, wait a minute, what? I have a lot of friends. Yeah. So I have a lot of friends with concussion issues. That inspired me to start RVD CBD. I was like, I might be able to get to the bottom of this before NFL. They probably have a bunch of red tape to cut through, and I'm always trying stuff myself. I've had hundreds of concussions, so I'm always trying. I've had stem cells. I've done the oxygen therapy, red light therapy, whatever. I believe, in the plant, we have so many answers still to come. So we're looking at it, and I opened up the company with the goal, which will always be there, to have a neurological protecting and reviving medicine, for lack of a better word. And currently, I have a few products out. That's not one of them. The products I have are amazing, but that's always going to be like the goal until I get it. And when I do get it, I'm always going to be making it better once I have it. Every time I learn to improve, just like all my products.
Man, yeah, I've heard it. Yeah. I've heard it's like something like 80% of the WWE roster right now is using some kind of cannabis. Do you get a lot of guys in the business hitting you up for advice, wondering the best way to do this, or do you advocate? Do you approach guys and like make the case?
I have, I've been an advocate since like 98 or so, after I did the first High Times magazine. Yeah, and that's always been a big part of me, because I felt like people are swerved and they need to know the truth. Like, people would pot shame me and then light up a cigarette, and I learned that marijuana is not even toxic enough to kill one person. It's not. It's very, very low toxicity, and cigarettes kill 1 out of 2. Like 50% of long-term cigarette smokers die from the cigarette. So I felt like I have to tell people this. I felt like obligated to educate them. Like the government says it's the most dangerous drug, a Schedule 1. And then no one's ever died from it. And then it can't kill you. And then Schedule 2 is where you find meth. Really? Meth is higher in medicine and safer for you than marijuana. And if people knew that that's the way the government looked at it, they would demand change. So that's why I've always stood behind it. Yes, wrestlers ask me for advice often. And I'm glad that the current generation is smoking marijuana and not eating handfuls of pills and alcohol like my generation did.
Right.
And they're going to live longer because of that, and the athletic style that requires you to really take care of yourself. So you can't be out at the bar drinking, till 5 in the morning, like the wrestlers of the 70s or 80s.
Right.
So basically, because of Rob Van Dam, wrestlers are going to live longer.
Man, and so like, what was it like for you, man? Because obviously, they put both the titles on you in WWE, right? And then like this comes along. Like obviously, this is something where I would think this is unjustified because you're just doing something that you feel is good for you. What was the conversations like with you and Vince and WWE after all that went down? Were they sympathetic to your case? Were they upset with you? Like, what was that like for you?
Well, when we first got to the arena after the big bust, if anybody somehow doesn't know what we're talking about, I had the WWE and the ECW championship, got pulled over for speeding in Ohio, and the car smelled like weed, and they found 18 grams of marijuana,
Right.
plus whatever we had in our vitamins. And so Sabu right away was like, "We got to call him and tell him." Like, what, are you crazy? I'm like, why would we tell him? And I didn't think they were going to find out, but by the time we got to the arena, everybody already knew. It was on every form of media. And Vince, when we saw him the first time, he walked right by us in the hallway. He was not ready to talk to us. I was like, oh, that didn't feel good.
Yeah.
Like, he was mad.
Yeah.
Couple hours later, after he had a chance to talk to his advisors, and come up with a plan of how they were going to handle that, because that wasn't the plans for me to drop championship that night and the next night.
Yeah.
He was cool then. Next time I saw him, he said, "Look, you're going to be suspended for 30 days. He said, you're going to drop the championships. He said, just take this 30 days and get some rest." Couldn't have been cooler.
Yeah. He doesn't seem like he hates marijuana as much. I don't know. I've heard kind of mixed reports. So.
He's always just been super cool to me, so I know that other people, see different sides of him, just like with anybody, but I got nothing but respect for him, and no stories of him ever being an asshole to me or around me.
Yeah, man. Well, and lastly here on the marijuana question, I always wanted to ask you, man, how did you manage to get a move called the 420 on TV? Because I thought that was such a cool move with you and Ray, the double leg drop, 2 bodies, 0 gravity. I think that was the tagline for it or something like that. So.
Well, so one night before the match, Paul came back to me and he said, Vince wants to know what the 420 leg drop means for the cut.
Okay, yeah. That was a good start to the story. I was like, all right, go ahead. Sorry, he wants to know what 420 means. Awesome.
And I said, why? He said he needs to know if the commentators can't say it, if it's a drug use. He wants to know, is it a drug use? And I said, no, it's the name of our move. He goes, I know, but he wants to know what it means. I said, it's 420. I pick Rey Mysterio up, and then I jump up while I'm holding him up, and all of our legs come down on the guy. So I said, it's 4 legs, and it's 20 is our combined shoe size. I wear 12, he's 8. And he was like, okay, I can work with that.
Oh my God. I would imagine that he figured out that wasn't true, and that's why that we never saw the move again, right? Or no?
I never heard anything back on it, so I don't know.
Oh man. Wow, that's hilarious. All right. Well, anyway, let's jump over here to what this got set up for here. Now, you recently
I think what happened was I ended up tearing my ACL actually around that time, because I know Rey Mysterio and I were tagging when that happened, when it finally tore all the way through. So I was out for 2005 because I had to have knee surgery. So that's pretty memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, I didn't know what to expect when I wanted to ask you the story of the 420 move. Over.
There's a story.
Perfect.
There's a story.
Total 5-star RVD moment there. Over delivered per usual. Wow, incredible. All right, let me chat here with you for a little bit about what this all got set up for here. So you recently launched a new app called Celebrity Slots. It gives fans and players the opportunity to win these exclusive celebrity experiences, including with you. Tell me more about this thing.
Yeah, well, so the game itself is a very custom-made, personalized slot machine game that's on a phone app, and it's customized for Rob Van Dam fans, and so all the symbols that you have on it, instead of hearts and diamonds and stuff, you're gonna see RVD boots and yin yangs, and you might see a symbol of RVD and Katie and Jennifer on there somewhere for the fans that really follow. And Katie and I both did a bunch of sound effects to play to, while you're playing it, you hear us, yay, cheering you on, whoa, you're the whole effing show. Like, it's going to be hopefully very, very pointed towards the RVD fan. It came out a couple of days ago, and the fans that have been playing it so far have all said that they really love it on the feedback. So I guess, it's really fun, and it's free to download. It's free to play, but you actually win stuff. Like you said, some of them are like we're doing now. We're going to have Zoom meetings or however we work at Instagram Live, talk to fans or whatever, hashtags, stuff like that. Also tangible stuff, autographed items. The big prize that we have right now is a $500 gift card. You can spend it wherever you want, and it's free to play, so it's pretty cool.
Dude, but wait, Rob, how did you get involved in this? Like, what brings you to the digital gaming space? I'm always surprised. I'm always surprised with the various endeavors you seem to find yourself in.
Oh, I got so many coming out, dude. I got so many still coming out. Okay. Soon too. And already, have we talked about this, or was this the last interview that I did?
I mean, we have not talked about this. You did another interview where you talked about it. I was not there.
Well, so advertised in the last week or two has been my video game deal with Virtual Basement. I'll be on their next video game. Gamers are excited. E-games, I have my own e-games team. We're going to be doing tournaments and things of the nature in e-games. SRG is a card game for the guys that play the wrestling card game. I have my own team and I'm sponsoring, and we got huge plans with tournaments and things of that. We have some merchandise things, and we have some stuff that I got to wait a few days to tell you. But yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do is come up with a whole bunch of stuff all connected to my enterprise, and hopefully be able to entertain some people while they're stuck at home. This Celebrity Slots is the first of this kind, where people can win prizes. The phone apps that I have so far, like Cameo and Celeb Video, this is way different and cooler, and so far the most interactive with the fans. How it came across me was actually from an agent of mine in Los Angeles. He emailed me, said, "Hey, I got this guy that's got this thing. It's cool. I think you might like it. Do you want to talk to him?" And so that's how it was. And then I hear that now, just because RVD's doing it, Ric Flair's got to do it.
Oh,
Everyone's trying to be Rob Van Dam now.
Well, I mean, it's now they're all copying your business style. Before it was your in-ring style, right? So
and life habits, in-ring, my moves, my life habits. When you're an OG, that happens. People are gonna take from you, and it's a cool part of being OG, is knowing that I've affected the world in a way that I consider positive.
Yeah, I enjoy a good OG. A nice OG Kush, that's a good one too. Whatever. It's all good.
Good on you. I like the pun.
I knew exactly what I knew the interview I was rolling into here. It's
nice. Hi, baby, welcome home. Katie Forbes in the house.
Oh, hi, Katie. Thank you for the brief run in there. All right,
They said hi, Katie.
Yes. I love this photo in the background, by the way, with her and the Simpsons and stuff. What's the story behind this thing here?
She's all over the house, dude. We have that's Jennifer here. We have Katie. We have Katie Forbes pillows everywhere and posters, and she's kind of like all over the house. So she's marked her territory, and she is our decor of choice. Yeah.
All right. Lastly, Rob, I would be remiss before I let you go. Physically, mentally, how you holding up? What's the future look like for you in pro wrestling? You gonna be with Impact here for a good while? Are you thinking about changing spaces? What's going on with you in pro wrestling?
Not thinking about changing spaces, and I have no idea if I'm going to be with them for a while. I don't look that far ahead, so I can say for the foreseeable future that I'll be with them. I don't have any plans of leaving.
Okay.
Having said that, if the relationship ends, then I also, won't be like shocked. That always throws me for a loop when they're surprised that people get let go or are fired. Oh my God, I can't believe so and so. I'm like, I believe it. I've been in the business 30 years. It happens.
Yeah.
Although I've never gotten fired in my life, but I am one of, if not the most expensive guy in the dressing room. They don't. I don't know if when they use me, they don't even have me and Katie on the entrance, it's on the intro. So when I watch stuff like that, it's like, I don't know some of the decisions. I don't know if they are trying to get a rub off me and then handle on their own or whatever, but I'm easygoing and with whatever their plans are. So the good thing about all that is not really having any emotional investment in too much. That's, in other words, not giving a bleep.
Got it. Wonderful. The whole the whole bleeping show, right? I think we know what the bleep was. So, Rob,
there's a book I recommend, the simple art of not giving a bleep. I recommend it because I'm reading. It's an audiobook on YouTube too, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, dude, this is such a good way to explain, to people, like, quit stressing out. Like, you only have so many F's you can give. You got to be choosy about where you give them. Don't. You can't care about everything.
Whoa.
Yeah. Are you all right, dude?
I'm
right.
I'm good.
Oh, all right. It's still happening. All right.
You're the one. I'm not giving an F, man. I'm going with the flow here right now. I'm taking a page out of your book. What will be, will be. The camera can be on its side. That's fine. Doesn't matter.
Thanks for not panicking, dude. I'm glad I could help you through that.
Oh yeah, of course. Wonderful. Well, Rob, you're great. I always love catching up with you, man. That story about the 420 leg drop, that cracked me up. I'm gonna be telling that one for a couple days.
And for your anxieties, I recommend RVD CBD tinctures.
Will do. Wonderful. Yeah, I was gonna ask you here, man, to wrap us up. Anything else you want to plug, promote, put over here? Anything you want to let the fans know about?
Watch Headstrong on Amazon, and and of course RVD CBD for the best. And that is true. I have the most awesomest CBD products, and we'll continue to come out with those. And just follow me at The Real RVD, and you'll always know where I'm at. Tons of stuff coming up. I'm staying busy.